Our next speaker is a frequent guest at SDAC, and that is none other than Dan Clark. Dan is an executive board member of Association of California State Employees with Disabilities, and Dan is here to discuss the award program and related matters involving disability advisory committees. Dan is an expert in this arena, so I will turn it over to Dan. Welcome to SDAC again, Dan, and the floor is yours.
Thanks, Bobby. And hello to everybody else here. First, I want to say for new people to the DAC and SDACs, a little bit about ACSED. ACSED is a private nonprofit organization that's made up of state employees and retired state employees with disabilities. Our primary goal and focus is to remove systemic issues that get in the way of hiring, retention, and promotion of people with disabilities. So that's what we're about. And so we're kind of separate from a state agency, but we're also really involved on a routine basis with legislation and policies and so forth at the state level, department level, and so forth. Anyway, if you know, as an organization, if you guys come through routine systemic issues that get in the way of you implementing some of your work to hire people and so forth, that we find that could be addressed from a policy or a legislative position, we'd like to hear from you. And if you'd like to be involved in it and join the organization, you can go to our website is ACSEDonline.org. I try to type it in, but I'm working off of a PC, a cell phone right now, and it's kind of hard to do it. So maybe Susan, you can maybe put our email address in the chat. Yeah, today I'd like to just present a couple of things that we're doing. And first, I want to kind of tout ourselves here. I just want to recognize that ACSED recently got the President's Award from ASME, which is the Asian Pacific State Employee Association, in recognition of our advocacy work that we are doing for equal opportunity for state employees, as well as other protected groups that we work with. ACSED is, also recognized for its partnership and collaboration with the organizations. And one of the ongoing things we're doing with ASME is that we work on we have on a month, kind of a monthly basis, starting in September through the fall and into the spring. We work with ASME and conduct a career development program workshop that happens to go on during the lunch hour from 12 to 1. And what we do is we just much like what Bobby's done here, contact leaders in state service at all levels, with all stories to tell about their story about being in state service or the programs that they're running that's unique and so forth. So sometimes it's representing a personal pathway of how they work their way through state service to get to their position. Sometimes it's maybe addressing, like I say, in technology, new approaches to management and so forth. It's all around career development for individuals. We do it in conjunction with ASME, so our members and their members can get on board. If you're interested in learning more about it, again, you could contact me at ACSED or go online on ACSED.org. You'll find it on our website. You'll find that when these come up, we post them for events that are coming up. So if you're interested, please, and not know about this, please contact. We also have online, there's our ACSED membership application. So if with ACSED you're interested in being involved with our programs and be a part of addressing systemic issues, again, we're not here to represent individuals and their issues. We're here to look at patterns of policy and so forth that can be maybe looked at and improved on to help with the hiring and retention and promotion of people with disabilities. So you can go online too and look for application and apply. I just saw there's a question. Here, let me see. I'm trying to read your Suzanne. Okay. Yeah, not at, yeah. There has been some. The question here was about: has there been any conversation about updating the disability parity rate, as the current 16.9 is the basis for the on the old census data? There has been discussion and so forth, but nothing has really come together yet to really look at that. But I think it's something that needs to always be addressed. So we're interested in understanding what that would look like in today's world. And it might be higher, it may be lower. We don't know yet. So you're right. It was based on old census data, and maybe with the new census data that's coming out, we can kind of revisit that. I'll bring it up with Scott in my next meeting. Scott Richmond is our president of ACSED right now, and Rihanna here, she's on board. She's here participating. She can, Rihanna Harden can note that, and we'll have a discussion. Okay. The other thing I just want to note, talk about, I'm not sure if Bobby had mentioned too much, but earlier this summer, ACSED, along with the State Disability Advisory Board, you guys, the California Department of Rehab, California Employment and Training Agency, as well as California Department of Human Services, we co-sponsored together and worked together to put on a LEAP-focused employment fair. And it was a three-part program where one program was really getting consumers, individuals to be LEAP certified. The second one was more of a training and educational and awareness for supervisors about disability, but more about the LEAP process and how they could utilize that. And the third presentation, which was over a 3-week period, was all about having a job fair. And as a result of it, of this job fair, we were able to, we have a total of 186 individuals who registered as a part of the event for LEAP. We had 131 participated in one or more of the different various elements, the 3 elements. And we had a total of 32 state departments sent representatives to either to the training fair for the program. We haven't really seen how this has worked as far as hiring, and that will probably show up hopefully and reflect in the data coming forward for the next year and the number of LEAP hires. As a result of the program, there's some people who shared their idea of trying to do this again. We got lessons learned from this last one. We hope to improve on maybe running something like this down the road. Okay, the other thing I'd like to mention is what's coming out here soon is the DAC of the Year packets. This is the time for your DACs and departments to provide your nomination for the DAC of the Year award, and tell us what you're doing. It's really interesting to get this information. It gives us a feel of the dynamics, and we try to share this information with you guys about what we see as trends and what are working and so forth. And so every year, for those who are new, we send out we'll be sending out a packet, a nominations packet, to your directors, to the EO officers, and then also we'll send it to the packet and information to Bobby here at the SDAC, and he'll try to send it out via his email system, and we'll post it on our website. And we're encouraging every department to look at it. We have a series of questions, answer it, and share with us what you're doing, and we'd like to understand what's going on out there. And this year, the awards, we're going to have we're pretty much solid. Looks like the award ceremony would be on Thursday, December 8th from 3:30 to 5. We've invited Amy Tong to be our keynote speaker, and we'll hope that this will all work out. And it's going to be this year. It's going to be kind of a virtual, in-person. We're going to try to do in-person because we feel the in-person is very good for networking for those that are close. But we're also going to include the virtual aspect to it too. If COVID gets in the way, like we've been seeing, or things are rising, we will just be do it virtually. So we got a backup, a plan B there, and that's about it. So anyway.
So Dan, there's a question that's came from one of our members of the audience. When should we expect to the packets be available? And I think that
here, I'm hoping within the next week or two. We're getting real close right now. It's right. I'm finalizing everything right now, and we hope to get it out even maybe over this weekend. So I would say in the next week it'll be coming out. I want to backtrack too. I wanted one thing, Bobby, you reminded me. In this program we did with the career fair, job career fair, one of the key people that helped put that all together and make it work is your leader right here, Bobby Duda. He's a man of many talents, and he's got a lot of skills, and he was able to pull a lot of things together and help us put that on. So I want to give a kudos to Bobby. So
thank you, Dan. Thank you for the kind words. It was a team effort. I didn't do it alone.
True, but
Scott had a lot to do with that as well. Scott Richmond, the president of ACSED, also was very helpful in the endeavor in getting that accomplished. But thank you anyway for the kind words. But I just want to hit on one point. The whole premise of the award is to highlight and uplift DACs, disability advisory committees, that are making a difference within their organization by creating work that are exemplary in nature, touching people, person with disabilities. Is that the general concept?
Well, yes, we do want to recognize it. I also say, I think we also like to look at work being done. Yes, we all have endeavors, and we've noted it on a number of cases, some unique approaches, and we like to share that, and that's important. But I also say I myself like look at organizations that are working together real close to achieve a goal, and they start to, you can see they've come from one place way over here, and now they're way over here. And I think, I also feel there should be recognition for that. And they may not have that key little thing that catches your eye, but you can see that there's a coordination and a movement, and things are working. To me, it's a matter of looking at the new approaches and share it, but it's also to give recognition for those organizations that maybe have been dormant, and now you can see them really moving ahead together to achieve their goals. And I like to give recognition for that too.
Great. Thank you, Dan. Do we have any questions for Dan Clark from ACSED?
This is Susan. Hi, Dan.
Hi, Susan.
I actually do have a question for you on the topic of the awards. So one of my concerns is always about the awards has been that we have a lot of agencies that are struggling, or without the engagement of the executive management, it's hard to get anything done. I notice that on the website, I don't know, have you guys ever considered like putting together a list that as well as the reward, that you publish something that says, like these agencies submitted and these are the goals that something that gives a broader view? Because there's two things that I'm often aware of, that like, if you don't have executive management engagement, it's hard to get anything done in your agency. And the second thing is that like, also I hear from a lot of different DACs that they're very interested in what has been accomplished by different agencies. So have you guys thought about a way to, and maybe there's something I'm missing that I haven't seen. You could also inform me if I don't have that information.
Well, some of it has to do with manpower. Volunteer organizations sometimes having all the time to do this type of stuff.
I hear you.
gets there. But your point is well taken. It's good stuff to get on there, and we this last year we endeavored to try to do that. I think life issues got in the way for some of us to really accomplish that. But it's something that we need to work toward. We try to do that in the presentation. I was hopeful to this year, to after this last award, to have a separate meeting presentation and maybe part of the SDAC and talk about some of those things. But
gosh, that would be wonderful if you brought like a slide of just, this is what we heard.
Yeah,
people had done this last year.
Yeah, and I think maybe this coming, we'll do the same. We'll try to do, in fact, I shouldn't say we'll try, we should do it. Because I think it's good to give feedback. People need to see what's going on. We don't like to focus, we like to focus on what good things are happening, not really always look at the department, but just what is happening. But anyway, yeah, we need to share the information. I agree with you. And with respect to, yeah, you're dealing with people with different organizations and different dynamics, and sometimes it's difficult to and some of the dynamics in some of these departments, there's critical issues going on at a different level that's taking a lot of time. So the communication with the director kind of gets lost a little bit, but again, that's an ongoing process. I
hear you. Stay positive. That's what our goal is, to stay positive.
Exactly. You just have to work at it. Don't take it personally. We just kind of keep on letting them know we're there.
I love the idea, even if it's not agency specific, the idea of having a list, though, of like, in the last year, different SDACs have done these kind of exercises, as an example for all of our DACs of what kind of work can you do, what can you accomplish, focusing on the positive. I love that idea. So I just want to ask that question, had that come up? It sounds like it has been. It's a resource issue.
And that's a good, we ask you to help make yourself accountable to us, or share what you're doing. We need to share what this information is in a better manner. And I think maybe what we should be doing is after this next set of awards go through, pick either the next or the second SDAC meeting here and do a little slide presentation about what we found to be good. I think we did that once. I'm going back. I thought, Bobby, didn't we take some time in a past meeting to do that?
I believe you touched on it on a little bit, and there was some discussion about that. I don't have any specific memory of that.
No.
But nevertheless, I recall visiting that topic in the past.
Yeah,
but
right.
Thank you. I'm sure that ACSED will be presenting a lot more information down the road on this topic as they accumulate the responses from all the agencies.
Right.
So, any other questions for Dan Clark?
Just want to say, for those DAC members, keep in touch with your EO officer and ask them if they've got the packet, because if you want to submit a nomination packet, please do so. And I'd like to, I will knock from the top down. You can knock from the bottom up.
Thank you, Dan. We appreciate your attendance. Always, you're an excellent presenter at SDAC. We always look forward to your presentation and the information that you've shared. Thanks. One other quick comment for the audience. The LEAP exam, somebody asked this question earlier. How many LEAP exams are available? That's the on the CalHR site, and the responses as of today, there are 48 exams available on the CalHR site that you can take, get on the list. If you're LEAP certified, then you could easily do that. And again, that's one more mechanism for you to get a state job or get promoted within the state system.